launched in September as well, giving us another reason to think that Apple will want to show off its new 2020 product line at the usual time of year, ahead of the holiday season. As I have said in many of my videos, we are aware about the global pandemic that we are continuing to live through, and it's had a serious impact on technology supply chains and manufacturing. We've heard time and time again that the iPhone 12 won't be available in September, though of course there's nothing to stop Apple announcing it several weeks before sales start. As mentioned in my last video, we believe that the 4 iPhone 12 models will have a phased release where we believe we'll see at least 1 or maybe even 2 of the models released by the end of September, but the other models continuing into October time. We're going to have to just wait and see what sort of schedule Apple eventually decides on, but if this rumour turns out to be true, there's going to be a lot of new exciting Apple hardware to look forward to in September and October time. So for that giveaway I mentioned earlier, I want to give one lucky subscriber the Fire HD 8. And all I want to know from you is, do you own an iPhone at the moment, and what model do you have? Or maybe you prefer Android? I would love to know in the comments below what phone you have and what is going to be your next one. With the iPhone 12 release coming up, will it be on your shortlist? Don't forget to press subscribe as well if you haven't done so already to enter. So with that major leak out the way, this is a part where I do a recap like I do in all my other iPhone 12 videos, where I show everything we know about the iPhone 12 models. So let's start with the standard iPhone 12. And this iPhone 12 is the smallest one that will come out this year. It has a 5.4 inch display, and it will be an OLED display this time instead of an LCD display like we had on the iPhone 11 and the iPhone XR and previous other iPhones as well. Its resolution comes in at 2340 by 1080. Now there has been rumours going around that all the iPhone 12s would have a 120Hz display. I'm afraid that is not the case here. It will only have a standard 60Hz display, definitely on this iPhone 12. But though you will get 4 gigs of RAM inside this iPhone 12 with the options of 128GB, 256GB storage options. On top of that as well, you do get that A14 Bionic. This is Apple's newest A chip, and it will have 5G connectivity. On top of that as well, the actual phone body will actually be made out of an aluminium body this time for this iPhone 12, and the next one we'll see in a mo. On the back we have a very similar setup to the iPhone 11, where we'll have a dual camera setup. However though, we have been told that the camera lenses will be changed this year to be better. On top of that as well, the battery inside the iPhone 12 will be a 2227 milliamp battery. The base model is coming in at $699 and that will give us the 4 gigs of RAM and the 128GB storage space inside. So the next iPhone is the iPhone 12 Max, not to be confused with the Pro Max, it's just 12 Max. And this iPhone will feature a bigger display than its littler brother with a 6.1 inch OLED display. If you recognise 6.1, yes, that is the same display size as the iPhone 11 and the iPhone XR. This display, like I said, is an OLED display, and it comes in at 2532 by 1170 pixels. Again, it will have a 60Hz refresh rate as well. The specs are very similar to that 5.4 inch iPhone, where you'll get 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs or 256GB storage options. Again, you get that brilliantly new A14 Bionic processor with 5G connectivity, and that body for this iPhone will be made out of aluminium as well. For camera setup, like I said, on the other iPhone it will be a dual camera setup, but we will see some new lens on it. For battery size, we get a 2775 milliamp battery. The base model for this one is starting at $799 and that will give you the 4 gigs of RAM and the 128GB storage option iPhone 12 Max. So those are the normal iPhone 12s, as it were, out of the way. We're now stepping into the Pro territory, and the first iPhone 12 Pro we have is a 6.1 inch display iPhone 12 Pro. This is an increase on the 5.8 iPhone 11 Pro that came out in 2019. Again, it has an OLED display, and again it has that resolution of 2532 by 1170. Now, the next bit of information, we're getting conflicts. We have heard that the iPhones and all the iPhone 12s this year will have a 60Hz display. However, we have heard other leaks as well. There's a possibility of 120Hz, but no one can confirm which one is true and which one is not. So we'll just have to wait and see closer to the time. This iPhone though does come with 6 gigs of RAM. It comes with a choice of 128, 256 and a 512GB storage. Again, it has the A14 Bionic with 5G connectivity, but the frame this time of this body of this iPhone is actually made out of stainless steel this time. On the back we will again get that triple camera setup, and this time there is a possibility that we will have a LiDAR sensor. This is the same sensor that is on the 2020 iPad Pro. Again, this information keeps conflicting that we will get this or not, but we'll just have to wait and see. On top of that as well, we have a 2775 mAh battery inside, the same as the iPhone 12 Max, and the base model is coming in at $999 for that 6 gigs of RAM and the 128GB storage option. Finally, we have the last one, the beast. We have the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and this iPhone comes in with a 6.7 inch OLED display with a resolution of 2778 by 1280. Again, we're unclear if it'll have the 60Hz or the 120Hz, just like the smaller Pro. And again, it comes with 6 gigs of RAM, the choice of 128, 256 or 512GB storage options. We get that A14 Bionic with 5G connectivity as well, and on top we also get that lovely new stainless steel frame body. The camera setup is similar to the Pro. We will get that triple camera setup, and again that conflict of knowing if we will get a LiDAR sensor or not. The battery inside this iPhone 12 Pro Max is a 3687 mAh battery size. The base model is coming in at $1,099 and that will give you the 6GB RAM model and 128GB storage. So next, for ports on all the iPhone 12 models you've just seen here, they will feature a Lightning port, not a USB-C. Apple still believe that for many of their iPhone customers, they require a Lightning connection at the moment. However, in the box, as per a leak I mentioned a few weeks ago, we do expect to see a USB-C to Lightning N cable if you do require USB-C. As a reminder again, there will be no headphones or wall charger in the box. I will moan about this again, but for me, having no headphones, I don't mind so much because other companies are pushing Bluetooth headphones now and they've been doing that for quite some time. However, again, I will say it, I am really disappointed there is no charger in my opinion, and I believe that a charger is something like a remote for your TV. It comes in the box. Yes, you can buy a universal remote for your TV, but you shouldn't need to. Also, the fact is that, say that some people who at the moment own an iPhone charger and they're going to say it doesn't matter because I've got an iPhone charger. Imagine if you've got an iPhone 8 or even an iPhone XS or even the iPhone 11 normal charger, you will not get the full benefit of charging really quickly on the new iPhone 12, because those chargers that came with like the iPhone 8 and all the way up to the iPhone 11 normal one, like I said, are a 5-watt charger, what came in the box, and not that powerful. Whereas the new iPhone 12, all the way from the smallest model, the 5.4, all the way to the 6.7, could use, for example, a 30-watt PD charger. This would mean your iPhone would charge rapidly fast, and basically I believe this is something that you should have standard inside the box with any phone you buy from any manufacturer. At the end of the day, Huawei for their latest Pro 40 model supplies you with a 40-watt charger in the box, and I believe that right charger should be supplied for you with any phone you buy. Well, that's my ramble over on that. Finally, it's also worth noting that all 4 iPhones will be IP68 at 4 meters this year. So this means chucking the phone into a 4-meter deep swimming pool or in a clean lake, or your vacation for 30 minutes and rescuing it. In theory, your phone will be absolutely fine. So then guys, are you excited about the iPhone 12 and will you be getting one? Let me know below what model you plan to buy. And at the same time as well guys, if you want the latest and greatest info we have on the iPhone 12 at this stage, don't forget to press that subscribe button and followed by that bell. Also at the same time as well, if you've liked this video, please do press like. Until next time guys, I will see you soon.